On March 25, 1993, a newborn baby boy was found near Sidley Road in Thompson Township, Geauga County. The baby was partially dismembered, possibly from animals, and still had his umbilical cord attached. Police were notified and investigators determined that the child had been placed in a trash bag and left in the woods until animals had dragged it to the side of the road. They determined that the baby was no older than 3 days old and attempted to do an autopsy on the small child. The community was shocked and horrified that someone would discard an innocent baby like trash. Residents of the town were able to raise $2,000 for a proper burial and funeral for the child. A county humane officer said, "It will be the last and only kindness this child was afforded during its short life among us." The case of the baby found on the side of the road remained a mystery for 26 years. On June 8, 2019, investigators announced that the identification of the infant boy's mother had been determined. Using familial DNA from a voluntary ancestry database, investigators were able to identify the infant's distant family members. From there, they determined the child's mother. It was Gale Eastwood-Ritchey, a 49-year-old woman living in Euclid. Gale had 3 grown children of her own and was still married to the deceased infant's father. Allegedly, she had kept this pregnancy a secret.
She admitted that she had birthed the child, placed him in a trash bag, and left him in a wooded area.
But what was most shocking to investigators was the mother's attitude regarding the baby, who she referred to as it.
She shows absolutely no remorse and takes no ownership of the baby.
And then another turn of events, she also confessed to committing a similar crime in 1991. While the method of using ancestry databases to solve crimes is fairly new, it is extremely effective. In fact, this new method has solved 51 cold cases. When individuals submit their DNA to popular ancestry sites such as 23andMe and Ancestry.com, the DNA can then be accessed in a public database called GED Match. Now, if investigators had DNA from a crime scene, they could compare it to DNA in these databases to identify distant relatives, significantly narrowing down the suspect list. While investigators were able to solve this crime, however, a question that has not been answered is why? Why had the mother committed such a heinous crime? One community member expressed it best by saying,
"What was so important in your life then that you were so selfish that you had to dump the child?"